Ah, okay, hello. I'm gonna have a go at Divinity Original Sin 2. It's the big hot thing at the moment. I'm expecting to have some issues. There seem to be bugs in the game and things like that, so that should be interesting. I played the first game, which was quite kind of fun. So I picked this up. Why not have bashed it? Now, apparently, you should take one of these here origin characters. Woo! How do I pick this? Origin? Orion. I thought I could maybe pick up one of the existing peeps. Let's just start normally. Okay, well, I'm a favourite, fond of the old elves. Nothing like a bit of cannibalism, kind of thing. Let's have a nice lady. Who's attractive. Well, she's not that attractive. My God, what's going on with those abs? Nah, I don't like melee characters. Let's find the mages. I suppose you want to go in there and get roughed up. What we got here? Now I know most of these spells. I think I know what I want to go to. I'm going to go for a healer sort of thing, right? So that's hydromancy, some electricity. So let's change this up a little bit. Use my favourite female character name. I suppose I could call it something funny like Scrub Lord or something like that, but nah. Okay, so that's good. Appearance. See what we got for face. Facial skin color's fine. What? Well, she's an elf, so she's going to look a little bit weird, but that's too odd for me. That looks just like the first one. Too old. Disney princess? Scowling woman. Sleepy stoner girl? Back to the beginning again. I don't know. Let's go for Disney princess. It's all a bit kind of wow druid there. Let's have a look at what we can do with the hair. Send it to the big boutique. That's kind of nice, like that. No. And that makes her head look huge. That's not too bad. Bit plain though. What else have we got? That's very, very elven pixie kind of haircut. That's okay. Quite like the flowers and all the extra bits. That's pretty much the same without decoration. Let's take that one. I don't know. Nice red head or something. I've always been fond of redheads. Can't do that. Let's see.
Again.
Let's see what voices are going on here.
Better luck next time. Greet the Reaper for me. Nice try. Nice try. Almost got me that time.
Yeah, I quite like that. Presets. Intelligence, I suppose I should leave that as it is. Let's do that to start off with. She's going to be backline healing a lot of the time, so I don't think we need to worry about her constitution too much. Abilities, right? Those two are fine. I don't know if I want a Lord Master, especially not two in it. There is. I've always been a big fan of Lucky Charm. Extra cash at the beginning definitely helps getting geared up and stuff. That's pretty cool. The skills. Let's get a heal in there on this. Right, gonna need that to combine it with that to stun people. So I guess Hail Strike goes. And we'll get rid of that. There we go. Nice bit of healing in there. Talents. As a healer, I'm not that worried about this. Let's get rid of that. One I really like actually is Pet Pal. That opens up a lot of extra conversation things. I can pick other stuff later on. Usually the next one I'll go for is something like all skilled up or bigger and better, because those are big boosts at the beginning of the game. They definitely help out with the early play. Next up, let's see, tags. What do these do? Not really a sort of healery type scholar. I kind of like the idea of that. Bawdy tails. Bawdy tails are always good. Let's have that. Soldier, nah, that's not really appropriate. Scholar, maybe. Definitely not. Nah, I don't like the idea of that. All this. That sounds interesting. Let's toss up between Scholar and Mystic. I don't know. I'm an adventurer. I'm not going to have. Nah, I thought that sounds a bit too. I don't know. Not really something you'd associate with being an adventurer. Let's go for Mystic. I think that fits well with being sort of like a healery kind of character. Don't think I'm going to get this gear. I seem to remember you end up in rags in Divinity 1, so it's probably ain't going to be much different. It'll probably be classic. Escape the prison cell thing at the beginning. Instruments, what's that mean? Oh right, you get a kind of theme. Oh, that's quite nice, 12-string guitar thing. Not really, not a very ladylike instrument. No, let's take this one. Kind of like the lilting choral effect you get there with that multi-string one. Okay, so let's give it a spin and see what happens. I'll just shut up for a bit and let the intro go through for those of you who haven't seen it.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead I became part of their story.
Okay, sorry about that. I need to turn the thing on so that I've got a multi-screen here, obviously. You need that kind of thing for streaming, especially if people end up chatting to me, which I don't know they will do for my first stream in many, many months. But I've got my chat on another screen. The way I play these, I'm going to let you hear the story, so I'm not going to necessarily be talking continuously. I'll certainly shut up when it comes to any dialogue that comes through.
It wasn't a dream after all.
But otherwise I'll sort of probably natter on inanely whilst I'm busy doing lots of looting, because that's what these games are about, and I am a hoarder. Let's have a look. So holding down Alt shows up all the good stuff that I can talk with. A grinning skull.
Not a very chatty fellow, are you?
Okay, is that it? So it's not going to sort of necessarily have lots of complex stuff at the beginning. I'm sure a lot of you have any interest in Divinity have seen this through a million times. So I'll try and go through as fast as possible. Let's steal everything now. If it ain't nailed down, it's mine. Search the barrel. Oh, that's nice. Good start. 105 gold straight off the bat there. See, that lucky charm pays off.
Yes.
Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself.
Okay, so you've got this arrogant here. Hello.
Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs.
Well, that's kind of odd, because, like, usually on ships, they put people in the manifest the moment they come on board, but I guess this is a fantasy game. They don't necessarily follow the rules of the sea that we have here on Earth.
You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
Oh, right, that's what the tags do. I get extra conversation choices. Let's go and have a test out and see what this says. The last thing you remember is hoisting your 15th pint. Is this the Ram's Head Loo? Yeah, I'm taking that one, I think.
Don't you dare. If you violate the virtue of my carpet, I'll do a good thing worse than put a collar around your neck.
Do I get a choice to stick my fingers down my throat? Hang on, you don't have a carpet. She's clearly hallucinating.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative.
I don't know, a sedative on top of 15 pints is probably going to be pretty effective at befuddling anyone.
Oh well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy.
Fort Joy? Is that some kind of brothel?
A new life awaits. And if you're a particularly good girl, perhaps a cure as well. An end to Source. For good.
Wow, patronise much? My god. I should put you in your place if I wasn't a healer. Let's see. I want to know why this has happened.
Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens.
Okay.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul like rain into the earth.
My, look at the concentration on your face. All will, but no result.
So, okay, that stops me from casting spells, does it? And also, oh, I can barter with you. What have you got to sell? Nothing really of any great interest there. Okay.
There you have it, see? The collar's function. It neuters you, of sorts. Makes you unable to cast Source.
Okay, so no mystic HP sauce or tomato sauce for me.
For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
I'm not sure it fills me with peace of mind. It's clearly something I'm supposed to be able to do, but I suppose at the moment, being as I have pretty much empty inventory apart from the stuff I've just stolen, I don't have much choice in the matter. Let's go and see what else we can see. Okay, so
A young magister
talk with
stands
everyone.
pale and silent. Her knuckles whiten around her weapon as you pass.
Okay, well, I'm not quite sure why she's so scared of me considering the state I'm currently in.
Behind the magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
Sweet, okay. I'm an adventurer, I'm no coward.
There's been a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time, or you'd be a suspect like the rest of them.
Well, that's handy.
Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does.
Well, I would imagine on a ship you've got a bit of captive audience, so there aren't many people you can check. Did you know the dad man?
It's a small ship. His name was Finn. Oddball. Looked to me like he saw something he wished he hadn't before he came here. We'll find out who did it, one way or another.
Alright, mate. I hope you find out. Right, he's got nothing else to say to me. Let's go and have a look at this here corpse. Oh, there's someone hiding behind the door. Who's that?
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course. Finn was killed by Source. If a Magister could do that, there wouldn't be a Magister. It looks more like a passenger managed to slip their collar. And the rest, well, you see the evidence in front of you. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Thanks. I just want to catch whoever did this before they hurt anyone else.
Especially, just, I could be next on the murder list. Let's have a look and see if there's anything in here. Poetry book. I take it if things are in red, I shouldn't really pick them up. I'm going to nick the poetry book though. Give it a read.
Seems as though there's a pattern in the blood flow. That can't be natural.
A woman from Driftwood with nary a care offered me kisses that answered my prayer. I accepted her gift, and to my dismay, a spider she was, and I her buffet. Once feasting was over, she licked her red lips. I rose from the floor, coming to grips. She thanked me for coming and bade her farewell. My prayer indeed answered, though still I did swell. Well, that could read two different ways, and none of them are pleasant, really. Nice poetry there. Okay, let's move on. No, just when I get out here. On a lot of things, I hope you don't mind. Mind you, I suppose. Yeah, hotkey for that kind of thing. I don't know. Well, maybe if someone's watching this, they can tell me at some point. I'd leave the. Oh, cage. Oh, there's something in it. I can test my pet pal.
I'm not suited for this. It's sea cow, not sea sheep.
Well, there aren't many interesting options.
Haven't got any shears, have you? People these days.
Okay, I won't take any real stuff. I'll take this stuff though. Robbing, looting, stealing, shooting. If it ain't nailed.
It was one of them. I know it.
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
Take that too. Oh, there's a room over here. The unguarded barrel. That's a shame.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Can we just
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like. Rolling dice. Deciding fates. Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
She eyes you suspiciously.
Not the future, no, but I can read the past in flesh. Just like you. And I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers. As everyone lay sleeping, you lay awake thinking of someone back home. A very special someone. You were reminiscing about the things you used to do together.
It was one of them. I know it. Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
She pats you on the shoulder consolingly.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on. One of us would kill our own. They're picking us off one by one. Can we just skip to the part where
There, don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me. I don't lick and tell.
insufferable? Surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
How dare you classify this slop as food? I've seen more
I'm
appetizing
busy
things
watching for clues, sorcerer. Go take your sub-story somewhere else.
There's nothing else to make, Your Majesty. Turnips and water are all I was given.
Unacceptable. I've never done
No, I didn't want to turn that off.
course dinner, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and beckons for you to come closer.
I shall come closer.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this tramp Ifan.
Okay, well, he hasn't got a chip on his shoulder, has he?
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again.
Okay, Mr. I guess you're Welsh.
He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
How kind of you.
Pinches less that way, right?
Oh, you've got quite a sonorous voice, haven't you?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
Yeah, we'll have to talk to that guy later with a stick. Why does the Magister suspect you of murder? This doesn't seem like the optimum. Okay.
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Ah, that was where the chip on the shoulder comes from.
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing. Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Really? Some kind of vampire dude.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants.
How did he lose his job, I guess? And I'm curious about the murder. I'll ask him if he did do it.
No.
Well, you're not going to admit with him right beside us, are
The
you?
dead man. Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without good reason.
Oh, so you do kill people, probably for a living.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed intensity.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough.
No, not really. Otherwise, we'd all probably be dead by now. How did you lose your job, kind of thing?
Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the joy. Away from interested parties.
Well, he already knows how you lost your job, presumably, because he was your subordinate, but okay. Do you know anything about Fort Joy?
The Joy? I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise there, since Bishop Alexander runs the show.
Okay, well, I guess it's not a brothel if it's run by a bishop. Well, I guess not.
Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself.
I'd like to meet Alexander and show exactly what I think of his divine order. Okay, bloody divine order. I don't want to meet him. I've got no interest. All I could do is care about surviving. Yeah, I'm...
Easy now. I might think the same, but Vic here will blow a blood vessel if he hears you talking like that.
What are you conspiring about over there? You, elf, what's your name?
Well, you're going to find out if you read the manifest, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet. And that bee is me.
Good, good.
Name?
My name's Vitkar. That's right, Vitkar, yeah. Oh, Victar, sorry.
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He scowls at you as he stows the notebook back in his voluminous robes.
This guy's a piece of work, isn't he?
Away with you, at once.
Okay.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
No.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up?
Let's take all the things, all the things, all the things. Let's take all the things. I've just realised something silly. I have to move the camera using the middle mouse button, which fucking mutes. Oops. Mutes my microphone at the same time. I'm gonna have to watch that. Wonder if there's any other way of spinning the camera around that won't do that. Not okay. Oh well, crumbs. So I've probably been cutting off for the last 20 minutes. Sorry about that.
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty. Turnips and water are all I have.
Oh, definitely take that. That's quite useful. Ah, hot pepper. Mug of wine. Someone in town's getting very, very drunk then. Anything else in here? No entry. Righty-ho then. Let's do the middle of the ship. There's plenty of people to talk to here. Who's this dude?
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions.
Well, with a hat like that, it looks like you should be driving the ship, not... Well, you've got one of them collars on, so you're clearly a prisoner.
He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, kiddo. You hear that?
Go, let's get annoyed. Ask what I'm meant to be hearing. Maybe it's a request to ask. Oh, let's ask what he knows about the murder.
His eyes snap open. He looks at you and frowns.
Murder? Ah, that's what they were going on and on about.
You hadn't noticed because everyone else seems to know.
I wouldn't know anything about it.
Well, I suppose you wouldn't tell a complete stranger, would you?
I kill a man. He knows who done it. His daddy knows who done it. And the mayor knows who done it too.
Oh, well, you sound like a classic dwarf. You're all Scottish and you're all murderers. Like every dwarf in every game ever.
His eyes flutter shut, and he assumes his position of repose once more.
Whether they catch me is another matter, but I ain't one to hide my accomplishments.
Okay, what am I meant to be hearing?
Ship, of course.
Ship? Okay, quite listen to the sounds of the ship.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
Okay.
And?
Ship is moaning like a sick man, the sea sounds angry. My shipmates are as chatty as... Okay, well... the ship is moaning
sick as
like
a leper's cat. From the state of it, I'd say she's being cared for by a bunch of beardless babes who never loved anyone but their own mums.
Okay.
But there's more. Listen close.
I will close my eyes and try to let the ambient sounds on the ship fade away.
There now, just like that.
Squeak. Narrator's gone mute.
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back. The other catches you before you lose your footing.
Well, he's got paws and he's called Beast. That's kind of appropriate.
There, you heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, kiddo. Good news.
Is it? What's good? What's got you so excited?
No, you beautiful idiot. That wasn't any rat. It was the wheel. Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east.
Yeah, and?
Burn my beard. That means if we've been travelling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
That's an impressive thing to be able to work out just by listening to a ship. I'm colour me surprised. You shouldn't talk about such a... That doesn't actually... You shouldn't talk like that about such a magnificent beard. Oh, burn his beard. I should pay more attention. Why are you so excited about reaching Fort Joy? I've not heard anything good about the place, but I'm still not sure. It's either an abbey or a brothel so far. Or a prison, I suppose.
Yeah, no indeed, kiddo. But that ain't my final destination.
Okay, well that's all of ours final destination, I suppose.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His eyes roll over to you.
That'll be all, thank you kindly, kiddo.
Oh, I should consider myself dismissed. If he's hatching an escape plan, I want in, say nothing. I want to find him again inside Fort Joy, okay. Yeah. Alright, they're all conversation exits. What you got to say?
Did you see the body? They ought to let you taste a bit. Maybe you'd find out who done it.
Well, this would be a wise idea, but I wasn't offered the opportunity. Thanks for the suggestion, though. Nothing else to say to me, so let's carry on, Robin. Oh, I'm gonna have a lovely collection of buckets by the time I finish this. Let's see what we've got over here. Shall I steal all the cups? They don't seem to be sort of tied down or anything, or owned by anyone. Excuse me, lads. I'm just clearing the table here. It's, I think we're going to be calling time, gentlemen, soon. Okay, still. Oh, some pots. Let's take those. Always good to have a couple of pots with you. Who are you?
Well, well. What have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell. Let's size you up, shall we? See if you'll do.
Let's see if I'll do for what.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse.
Not sure if I like the sound of this.
All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
Really? I definitely don't like that. Mumble through clenched jaws, what on earth are you doing?
I'm inspecting your teeth, in case that wasn't spectacularly obvious.
You checking how old I am, what kind of condition I'm in? Jesus Christ.
There's some discoloration, but I've seen worse. After all, one can't expect to find prime merchandise on a squalid little ship like this. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
Can I... Where is this leading? No, I'm a healer, an adventurer. Of course I can't cook. I spend all my time adventuring.
Oh, goodness, no. And don't even mention the demon's testes that are turnips.
I ain't wrong with turnips, if they're cooked right, but I wouldn't know anything about that because I can't cook.
On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor?
Same answer as before. I'm an adventurer. I don't have time for that. What have we got? No. Given shit Saturn, I can make him look like a bum, look like a baron. Nope. You've had enough of this. You can stuff his questions. No, I'll humour him. Stick a thumb through in the holes in your garb and say these provide cool in summer. Yeah.
Yes, I can tell from your vagabond chic, a bag is as good as a shirt kind of style. I shouldn't be getting my hopes up.
I don't think you're really in any position to comment about my appearance, sir, because you're not looking much better.
On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after.
Well, I have this fantastic hairdo and I'm clearly wearing eyeliner, so yeah, I suppose so. So I've most certainly got personal pride. I'm no stranger to combs, powders and perfumes.
The very basics, then. I suppose that's a start.
Okay.
So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions answered. Let's evaluate, shall we? As per your own testimony, you can groom, but you have the taste buds of a dung beetle and the fashion sense of a monkey in a clown suit.
Well, if I go around eating corpses, and I probably do have fairly bad taste, but yeah, you're just insulting me now. I don't know if I like you, you're a bit of a tit.
That won't do at all, see? I'm sad to say I must deny you the opportunity to be my slave. Ever so sorry.
Oh, well, I'm so glad that I'm not fit to be your slave, sir. Yeah, nice. Sad face and Tully is mightily disappointed. Is there a /Sark tag at the end? No. Stare at him blankly. Who's looking for you to be his what now? Tell him I've half a mind to punch him in the face.
My slave, of course. Oh, but I see. Yes, I suppose it must take some time for the full extent of my disheartening refusal to sink in.
I'm not sure that me being your slave is like a positive thing. Thanks very much.
Still, hone your skills, and one day you may just qualify for a position in a lesser household than mine. You keep dreaming, you hear?
Oh, I helped to point this out to you, but we're both prisoners and we're both going to prison. I don't think you're going to be leading any households in the near future. And we got Lady Lizard, let's talk to her.
I spent my life singing for my slaves to bring me my supper. Finer fare than boiled roots and rotten tubers, too.
Oh, you're going to enjoy your life as a prisoner.
Meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honeyed meat behind this very wall. The indignity.
Yeah, the indignity, yes indeed. Well, that's what you get for letting them catch you, I suppose. We got anything else to steal?
I'll give you that knuckle.
Yep, there's a couple of baskets over there. Oh, more money. Money, money, money. It must be funny in a lizard's world. Oh, more pots. Yoink. Oh, I missed something in the kitchen. How terribly careless of me, and it's garlic too. I mean, it's an RPG. There's going to be. So we best be stealing that because it's useful. Right, what have we got over here?
I did.
Let's start this end on.
Never thought you'd.
Hello, dude.
Here's the register, man. Good, good. Magister Williams is just about done with the last passenger. You faring okay so far?
Oh, how kind of you to ask. Am I fine? I've been through worse. Ask if he actually cares. Well, I'm kind of surprised some of these people don't seem to be complete arsehats, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't like my predicament, but yeah, ask if he actually cares.
Of course I do. Seems Voidwalk can dog your heels like a shadow. That's no way to live, is it?
Oh,
You'll see. We're gonna help you.
You're quite nice, aren't you?
You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
Will do, but I'm gonna do it once I've finished thieving and talking to people. Oh, another bucket, another helmet. Who are
the
you?
elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He looks up, his big round eyes scanning your body, absorbing every detail. He reaches out and examines your face, tugging at your ears and prodding your nose.
This is getting strangely familiar. I've just been looked over like a gift horse by Lizard Dude, and now one of my own countrymen is doing it to me.
Fascinating.
I am.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
See what the hell he thinks he's doing. Ask whether the book is reading is any good. Who am I speaking to? Well, he's an elf. Reach out and ruffle his hair with a grin. I'm sort of fairly scholarly, being, you know, I'm going to ask him about the
It
book.
is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end, but I am rather missing the middle.
Well, would you like me to teach you to read properly?
Tell me, what do you know of our world's history?
That's a strange way of putting it. Telling the war between the Divine Order and the Black Ray dwarfed everything that went before, save the memories of your past, precious to your people, at least they were until your homelands were destroyed. Frankly, I'm a bit short on the law around here. Mystic explained that Riverland's history is a battle between the sorcerer, good and evil. Yeah, well, I suppose since it's a special option for being a mystic.
Oh, please. I have no interest in that. Your books are too full of it already.
My books? Nothing to do with it. I don't write the books.
No. I want to know about the Celestial. I want to know about your gods.
Well, I kind of just explained, but okay.
This text tells me that they created all creatures, but nothing of what came before.
Well, there was all this stuff to do with a large bang and sort of Higgs bosons and stuff. But it could be a bit hard for you to understand.
Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind?
I've often pondered the nature of gods, but you don't have any sure answers. Why are you so curious about the gods? You should know all about them. I mean, you're as much an elf and a citizen of the world as me. There's something wrong with this dude. What's going on?
The elf's face freezes for just a second before he waves his hand dismissively.
Oh, it's just one of my idle curiosities. We mortals do like to consider these things, do we not? Now, please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
I insist. Why is he so curious about the gods?
No amount of pestering will get the elf to take his eyes off his book or respond to your questions.
Yeah, he's an oddball. I couldn't ask him about the murder though. There's something fishy going on. The way he was kind of like referring to, like, okay. Let's talk to the dog and the dude.
You, sorcerer, blood? No, go!
Okay. And your handler? So I dreamily and ask, what's in her name anyway?
I don't like comedy.
Oh, get you then. I'll tell you more.
Here on my list, Scrammy. We're trying to catch a killer here.
Okay, well you've not succeeded so far, and you've been wandering up and down this deck for the last 20 minutes. And you certainly can't catch the thief who's stealing everything. Okay, let's see what's going on down here. Hi kids and lady.
Do you know Losa? She's a really good singer. I'm better though. Listen. La 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 la.
Yeah, no, I don't know her. So I don't have much option.
You look a little bit elfish. Maybe your daddy was an elf. My daddy's name is Frida. He's waiting for me at home. I'll go home soon.
Frida is a lady's name, and B, yeah, of course my dad's an elf. I'm an elf. Why can't I talk to this? Finish the conversation before starting the next one. Let's go. It's blocking the way. Talk to me.
My mum doesn't like elves, but I have a secret. When I grow up, I'm gonna be an elf. She'll get used to it.
I don't think it quite works like that, but I appreciate your enthusiasm. And you. You're Lucy.
Wife.
Right, number one, she just asked if I knew Lucy, and you're clearly Lucy and wife. I know it's all the rage now to represent all colours of the rainbow in games these days, but that's just odd.
Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not-at-all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical.
Just curious and curious. Play along and take her arm with a grin. Tell the children they must be mistaken. Squint at the lot of them. Who's Lucy? I mean, I suppose metaphorically was it metaphorically? Anyway, I shouldn't really know because she's not told me her name. But I'm a jester. I'm going to go for the first one. Play along. Take her arm with a grin. Tell the children they must be mistaken.
How very correct you are, spouse
Oh.
of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb refuses to be confused with anyone else.
Well, I got some bonus attitude, so I ain't going to complain there. But this is just beyond.
What? What's so funny?
What isn't
Her
funny?
pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
Okay.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we?
There's no doubt you are quite entertaining. The whole situation is quite humorous. So that's true enough. Shake her hand, lose you presume. Ask if someone couldn't find a more age-appropriate companion. See, you're more concerned with survival than the entertainment. Well, look, these poor kids look like they're prisoners. So I'm perfectly happy to accept that you're like just keeping their minds off the whole subject of the imprisonment and the nasty nasty cyan glowing rings around their necks.
You'd presume right.
Do you know anything about the murder? Yeah, that's what I want to ask.
Nope, trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better.
Okay, fair enough. She ought to have a look around her and you can watch each other's backs. Is this like the beginning of a friendship? I mean, she's already called me out as her wife, so I suppose.
Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it.
Oh, dear me.
You take care, though.
Okay.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer.
Huh?
As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Good luck, Chief.
That was strange. Okay, so we got Mr. Suspicious over here, Mr. Possible Vampire somewhere over there, Crazy Boat Listening Man, Potential Enslaver Lizard Dude, and she's got some kind of what's the word for it? Schizophrenia kind of weird curse. I don't know. We'll find out later, I'm sure. Is there anything else to steal? Looks like that's it. Oh, I haven't opened that yet. Let's just get in there and. Okay, I've got some things. Let's. Out else. Okay, well that only really leaves one more destination, which is this room here.
I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
He's just a big red scaly dick, isn't he?
There's
That's
nothing else I can make, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty.
Herbs and water are all I was given.
Well, you can't make anything because I just stole all the cooking pots. So.
I've never
lol.
dined on anything less than a dozen-course dinner, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
Steal. I'm kind of listening to.
There has been a murder, Your Majesty.
Oh yeah, I should go and talk to the Magister, shouldn't I? Oh, a few of them are in good spirits, especially the children. The others are sullen. Don't blame them. The change is rough, but then they'll make new friends sooner or later, and then we'll cure them for good, and they'll be thanking us and not cursing. Well, most of them. That elf with the dice, that lone wolf, the creaky-voiced woman in the kitchen. Some folks won't get over it. Reckon they won't be the first to get cured if they even get cured at all. Okay, so they consider sauce to be some kind of disease thing. I'm just going to go and quickly collect my gold for finding stuff out about the murder. I know it's petty, and it's only 1 gold, but I think it's probably worth doing. Come on, lass. Where are you?
So, anything interesting for me?
Define interesting.
I'll take that as a no.
Okay, so no gold for me. I haven't found out enough yet. Okay, let's investigate this last room then. Let's wait for her to just run over here. That's one thing I do like, is that you can scroll way off screen and then click and wait for your avatar to come. Is that? Cleared that out. There's nothing under there I can click on. Oh, loads of food and stuff to steal though. Don't mind me. There seems to be some kind of contretemps going off to my right. I wonder what that's all about. They got their crossbows out and everything. They clearly think she's dangerous, considering she's barely armed to the teeth. Anyway, that's fine by me, as long as you're busy not noticing. I will just help myself to all your stuffs. La 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 la. Ah, pumpkin soup. I do like a bit of pumpkin soup. My aunt used to make it.
Standing at the centre of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Ah, well, crime's been solved. I guess I ain't gonna get me gold then.
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
That's gonna be hard. I have a bucket on my head.
There are others whose lives must end.
What have I done?
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
Yeah, sounds about right. She's clearly bonkers. Yes, sir, in turn to leave, the murderer must be brought to justice. Well, she's a murderer. This must be the perfect opportunity to create a mutiny. Oh, I think that's unwise. We're fairly unarmed. Address the sorcerer and ask why there's... well...
By all means, do as the officer says. But you had better hurry, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
No.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts Source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
Okay, right. Well, that was... you just one-shot me? Oh no, I'm still alive. Look at all the fire. Luckily, I can do something about that. Oh, I got some XP for that as well. Nice. And she seems to have killed the Magisters. Oh well, I guess they won't be missing whatever they've got in their pockets then. Excuse me, corpses. I hope you don't mind too much. I was just going to check over here. Oh, some stars. Nice. Oh, I'll have one of those because I am a staff user. Let's see. Oh god, I picked up quite a bit, haven't I? Right then, what we got here? Improvised staff, 5 to 7 poison, 5 7 air. That kind of works for me. Let's pop that on there, and I get a pseudo medic. These I don't want. Why are the bedrolls on my drat? How do I get those off there and then put my skill bar? No, don't step in the fire. In fact, talking of fire, let's get some rain out, get rid of it. I'm terribly clumsy and I'll probably just walk into it. Come on, go out. Hang on, well, it used to put fire out in the old game. It's got a long cooldown, I guess I'll just wait to try it again. Be very careful. Just walk around here. What else have we got? There's something on this table. It's not highlighting. This seems a tiny bit buggy, this highlighting thing. I can still grab you, no. I suppose if I plan playing cards later, that'll be handy. And if I don't, then I can just sell them. Oh, almost set my soul on fire. Look, put the fires out. That's better. Why did it take 2 casts? I'll take your empty cups as well, thank you. See, this is nice. It's all kind of only worth 1 gold each, but to be perfectly honest with you, it all adds up. In fact, did I miss those there? No, I didn't. Okay. We're going to have a talk to these people outside and see what's going on. Okay. It appears that she had a quite impressive spell. Oh, what's this? Okay. She literally killed everyone just with a single spell. I want that spell. Oh, there's a ball there now.
The young woman lies in a heap on the floor. She's breathing normally, but her eyes are wide open, like those of a corpse. Dark, greyish-black clouds swirl through them.
Figure someone will call out to her.
She doesn't stir.
Okay, well, that's kind of strange. I'm not quite sure how I managed to survive it. Oh, I've cleared all this out, sorry. Why has she even killed the sheep? That's grim. I mean, that spell was pretty explosive. Oh, she's alive. It could be a kind of handy thing. I just muted myself for another 5 minutes. This is really annoying. When I make my coffee, pause the stream, I will definitely be sorting that out because it's just annoying to find out that you... Oh, maybe hang on a second. Let's change the hotkeys. Where's the controls? Options, controls, camera rotate. Delete and end. Fair enough. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So what's up with you?
The Magister lies on the floor, unconscious and bleeding from a dire-looking wound.
I'm sorely tempted to give her a good smacking just to finish her off, you know. Damn it, no one's looking. She was pretty arrogant, and she did imprison me. And no one's looking, and I just got some XP and a crap load of goodies. Well, that was kind of worth it. I mean, not very moral, but hey, I'm not sure that I care that much at the moment. I mean, like, it looks like we're all pretty much doomed. This thing's shipping water like crazy. Anyone who isn't dead is knocked out. He's still alive as well. Let's go and have a chat.
Ifan lies motionless, curled on the ground like an animal. Under his shaggy hair, you can see green eyes fluttering as if in a nightmare. A low whine escapes his lips. His eyes flicker open, but he doesn't register your presence at all.
Lucien.
Ifan cries out, then his eyes fall closed again. No matter how much you shake him now, he cannot be roused.
Okay, well I'm spotting a theme here, so I suspect no one else is going to be
The dwarf lies in a heap on the floor, his great beard twisted and tangled around him. He is stock still. You can't see if he's living or dead.
I shall hold my head to his chest and listen for a heartbeat.
You hear a faint thud, thud, thud. He's alive, but only just.
Okay. Where's the other dwarf disappeared to? That's what I want to know.
What? What happened? Must have been the turnips.
Yeah, them bad turnips, mate.
Water? Wine, for goodness sake. Oh.
I don't think I'd waste good wine waking you up, mate.
The lizard's eyes close
not
as he
my
slips
cup
into
of tea.
unconsciousness.
Ugh, dead sore sound. That lady did a number on everyone. And where's the other lizard? Oh, she exploded too. That's right. So I'm noticing a pattern here. Pretty much everyone who wasn't a magister is dead. Some other places to go. Oh, there's some stairs over there. I think I've pretty much dealt with everything here. Apart from the mystery of the mystery of the disappearing dwarf. My God, I'll get it spat out in time. Okay, let's see. Let's go this way first. Oh, there's a doggy alive.
The hound paws desperately at its snout. It winces as it draws blood from its wet black nose and continues scratching.
Okay, the ship is about to sink. Well, thanks for the information anyway. Let's ask what the matter is.
The dog notices you for the first time and snarls. The hairs on its back prickling as it lowers itself into a lunge.
You sorcerer!
Yeah, I know I am. Why are you so not liking me?
It sneezes suddenly and paws at its nose once more.
Can't smell. Can't breathe. Too much sauce. Too much.
Okay.
I can stop.
Okay, I'm not the one who did this. I'd ask the Doris to go find the one who did this. Well, I don't think she's here anymore. She's need to sort of teleport out. The ship isn't going to last longer. Decide if it's best to put the dog out of its misery.
The hound sees you reach for your weapon and growls, baring sharp, white teeth.
I think I've upset it. Bleeding failed. Was that my bleeding failed or your bleeding failed? Let's just whack it with Staff of Mages first. Why don't I do this? She just squeaked. Zappity zap zap. Oh, okay, I just noticed all that water. That was a bit unwise, maybe casting electricity there. I need to be careful where I walk. Is there anything else in here? Oh, I just checked that, didn't I? Dummy. Okay, well, at least the...
Not long before this thing snaps into splinters.
You ain't gonna hurry me. I'm gonna take as long as I like to loot, thanks. I can't be hurried. Eggs. Oh, another restoration spell. Yeah, scroll. Let's have that. It's in here. It's all a bit fiery. Let's get some rain out. No, considering there's already tons of water dripping from the ceiling, I'm kind of surprised. Oh, another dead Magister. Yeah, half your stuff. Ah, there's plenty of things to look at in here. Thank you. This fire's a bit close. Wait for my thing to cool down. Let's go and check this dude over here, I guess. Nothing. In fact, there's fire absolutely everywhere. I should be quite careful. Like I said, I have this habit of because I kind of click quite far away sometimes.
Great gods! Something's pounding on the hull.
Ah, interesting. Got some more rain. Rain. Come on, fires, go out. I'm not impressed with this rain spell. It's not nearly as good as it used to be.
Need to get off this wreck, and quick.
I don't. You're not going to hurry me. You know. I know all about these these games, trying to make you panic into doing things when there's interesting looting to be done. Yup. Checked him. Didn't check him, did I? Whoops. And there's an empty box. Oh, did I check both of those? That one has nothing. Rain's ready again. Let's just dump that down there. I can check these. Oh, I already checked that.
That doesn't bode well.
Ah, key.
Upwards and upwards.
Let's see. Murtoff. Death fog barrels have been locked down in the storage. Stay out. You and Rix both. If anyone starts fooling around down there, it'll be lighter. Well, and they like death fog. It's not called pleasant fog, is it? It does sound a wee bit dangerous. Okay. What's up here? Ah, it's that elf again.
And are suddenly face to face with an undead.
Hang on, he was an elf 5 minutes ago.
And a glorious jewel sits in the middle of his forehead.
Okay, well he seems harmless. He hasn't attacked
quickly
me.
Leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia, muttering to himself.
No. What damn fools record knowledge on a pulped tree? It catches fire. It turns into must when wet. It cannot even resist acid. No wonder they're so bloody ignorant.
Okay, he obviously has a fairly high estimation of his own intellect, though I'm pretty sure he meant mush there, not must.
The skeleton looks up and notices you for the first time.
Hi, Skelly Bob.
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be running and screaming or some such?
I'm an adventurer. I have seen far worse than this. There's something familiar about the way he holds the book. Well, it's the same book as the elf was reading earlier. It was kind of a bit of a giveaway. I don't think I'll attack him. I wanna...
The skeleton groans and looks back to his book, frantically flipping from page to page.
Yes, indeed. It's the look of someone that wants to read the bloody book he's holding.
I can't help but feel that's rather inappropriate behaviour on a ship that's about to sink.
Now, if you're really quite finished, I believe you have lifeboats to flee to.
That's it, he's the elf that was reading the book,
Please,
yes.
I was no more an elf than you are those rags you're wearing.
Well, I can see that now.
I had a mask, rather ingeniously designed, which allowed me to take that primitive form. A mask that was stolen by that damned witch after her little scene.
Well, that was pretty impressive because she just like kind of disappeared. So she must have teleported over to you, nicked it, and then, well, went everywhere wherever witches go.
Still, she'll drown with the rest of these fools, and I will simply pluck my mask from her cold, dead hands.
Yeah, well, I mean, considering all the chaos she's done, I wouldn't hold it against you. Yeah.
Indeed.
That seems sensible.
Just
Oh,
as
thank you.
sensible as getting off a sinking ship and leaving a fellow to his business. I would say good day, but it seems quite likely that you're about to die a rather terrible death, so...
He doesn't seem to be concerned about his own situation.
The skeleton shrugs casually and returns to his book.
Fair enough. Anything else in there? Any chests he might be hiding from me? There's this room here. Got a skull on the door, that's never a good sign. Take it
The
up.
marking on the door was painted recently, judging from its pungent scent. You recognize the symbol immediately for what it is. A warning of death fog within.
Well, against my better nature...
You press your palm against the door to open it. The wood feels neither cold nor warm, but simply grey. The colour drains from your hand, and you are left numb. It doesn't budge. The door groans open, but an ashen shadow clouds your mind.
This sounds scary, but... Oh, okay, that stuff doesn't look good. I'm going to have to be extremely careful here. But there's looting to be done. Never let it be said that I would let a bit of grey fog in the way. These whacking rats. Yeah, let's have that. And there's a couple of barrels there. Thank you. No. So disappoint. When's my lucky, what's his name, going to proc again? Yeah, that's it. I think there's one dude left, isn't there, on the floor. Let's see if we can reach him without dying. Well, it's not causing you any harm. It's not whining. And nothing on you. Okay, well, I won't walk any further because that clearly is it's rather worrying stuff. And did I loot this? No. Did I loot any of this stuff here? I have to check around carefully. No barrel left unturned. Oh, got some pants. Thank you. Oh, so we got another barrel. It's like having a lot of empty containers on this ship, I have to say. I was expecting some food and stuff. These aren't actually things. Did I check you? I can't remember. Gold cup. I'm definitely having that. Probably worth a pretty penny. The only thing in here as well. Weird. Well, down this end anyway. Hang on. There's a case or something. Oh, I'll have that too. Thank you. Seems to be empty. Okay. Yeah, the turnkeys aren't much better than using. What's that? Was there something there? Fire. Locked. I picked up a key for it. Oh, I've used all the other keys. Electrified dog. Check that. What's this over here? There's nothing in the weapon rack. That might suit. Yeah, that was worth it. We'll take that mug of beer too. What? Take the mug of beer. Alright, okay. I think that covers pretty much everything down here. Oh, I didn't check the door. Okay, let's disperse that thing down then. Oh dear, I'm not doing very much damage. At least it's only going to take like 3 and a bit hits. Let me in! I can see there's stuff in there that needs to be liberated. Excellent. Right, let's see what we got. Oh, camera. I'll have that. I'll have that. So actually I've been picking up rather a lot of stuff and not reading it. I'll just have a quick check through. The smeared ink makes the journal difficult to read, but you managed to make out much of the last entry. Do I? Because I can't read anything else. Oh, it's not worth anything. Forgery of a painting. This painting is an obvious forgery. Oh, that's worth 55 gold. Oh, and I've got a helmet. Mind you, looks like my bucket is better. The captain's note. Myrtle, oh yeah, that's about the death fog barrels. Packs of cards. What's this? Requisition. Read. Requisition. Sorcerer hold pumpkin seed flour. That's a shopping list. Turnips. Cabbages. Human ale. Magister's note. A few of them. Oh yeah, we read that. Another requisition. Seems to be duplicate of the other requisition. Anything else? Journal, did I read that? The tome contains no text and says sketches of dragons fill every page. The artist is hardly talented but clearly enthusiastic. Okay. Well, 10 out of 10 for trying. The poem I read and the small tome. Did I read that? Too long presumed source as a virtuous part of civil society, yet we need to look no further than into the past than the Source King's reign to understand the havoc such magics may wreak. One day another order must follow in the Source Hunter's footsteps. Sorcerers must be muted. The new model of source collars provided by the Red Man is proving most effective. Okay. Yeah.
Gods. By divine grace, who was that howling?
Oh, it wasn't me.
He eyes the collar circling your neck and reaches a hand towards his blade.
Oh, you're one of those kind of magisters.
Another sorcerer!
Motion to the destruction around here. What's going on? What has he seen? Finger your collar. Maybe you can help. Oh, yeah, that's not going to happen, is it? Clearly doesn't like me anyway. My hands. I don't think I'm going to annoy someone with a sword who seems to be clearly. Oh, I'm not going to do that. I think.
Like you don't know? Mutiny! Did that witch fix your collar too?
Who said anything about mutiny? I don't know how much strength that's going to fail. There's no mutiny. Well, this is clearly the correct. You sure she's a sorcerer?
Curdled my blood when she appeared. Ship shook like a typhoon had struck and then she was gone again. Look around. You see how that story ends. Nothing but Source can do this.
Well, my source can't. My source is pretty broken at the moment, to be honest. Okay. There's no mutiny. Okay.
Go on then. Find a place to hide and stay there.
Well, I don't know what I just persuaded him of, apart from telling him. Okay. Confusing. I guess I'm going to have to look through my log soon. A letter? My sweet Stefan, as I write this letter, we near the Isle. But by the time the owl delivers it, I will be but a day away. I've heeded Alexander's orders, just as you said I should, but I think of Lucian often. Would the Divine have condoned this? Would he have blessed us, as we ripped children from their mothers? Can this be the only way? I feel cold, inside and out. If one thing I am certain, your arms will warm me when I find you again. With love, Riggs. Aww. Well, at least he's got a conscience. Clearly we got 2 classes of magisters, the asshats, and the ones who seem to at least have some kind of moral position about how they're dealing with people. I don't have a big... I'm not impressed by them dealing with kids like that, to be honest, on an RP or real life level.
What will happen to us?
I don't know, you have to tell me. He's got nothing to say. Ah, you're Rix. Look, I'm a nice person, you're a nice guy. Here, have a heal. You, not so much, but really, I'm not going to hold it against you. You'll just have to wait. Lots of clicky things.
Bishop Alexander. If Lucian were alive, what would he think of his son's divine order?
You need to find a hiding.
Right. What's this?
And you thought Rivellon was flat.
Ah dear. Damn flat wilders. Let's take those. Anything worth looking at? Pillow. The source hunters, valiant though they were, could not have seen. Oh, good grief! The sword hunters, valiant though they were, could not have foreseen Bracchus' resurrection at the hands of the cult of the Immaculates. Ah, this is from the previous game. We owe our lives to two more of the very order that first fought to bring Brachus Rex to justice. Wow, this is written in with a strange stanza. The Source King is dead, yet his monuments still dot the land, chilling but necessary reminder of his legacy of cruelty, greed and arrogance. Okay. Did I read that? Yeah. And then there's this last one. Sorcerer monarchs once performed great deeds across the lands, and in his first day Brachus also did from the isle he called home. But in his time, as true of so many things, he became increasingly corrupted by Source. So great was his greed and his fear that he crafted a soul forge with his twin Cassandra. Once the ritual was complete, Brachus turned her into an undead lich so that she and thus he might live forever. Yeah, that's all from the previous game as well. Let's have a quick room spin. Oh, there's a whole ton of stuff over here. Lootin' tootin'. Quilt, have that. Shabby letter. Ink pot. Books. What's in the books? Oh, that was well worth checking. So you've got to check all these things. I know it's kind of like tedious. I'm sorry about that, but so often there's like little things hidden away in these role-playing games. Have that, thank you. Is that a thing? Yeah. Hey, come back. Silly elf lady. Right, okay, have we checked everything here? I think we have. Okay, there was a way upstairs, wasn't there? That's not it. Ah, what's this over here? Hang on, this room's... I can't even get there. Ah, here it is over there. Let's just hope she doesn't wander through any fire whilst I auto walk all the way across here. Yeah, just quickly spin check this room. Oh, that's like, I smell something happening. You don't get a save thing like that, otherwise let's just do a quick save as well. What's going on up here? Oh lordy, what the? Oh, okay. My turn. Take that. And take that. Ah, hang on now, it's going to be a waste. Let's use it on the other one. This one's only got one hit point left anyway. And that stuns that one nicely. Misses its turn. And he misses me completely. And again. Nice. It's just poking with the stick. Excellent. There, you've got nothing for me. Time to shoot you. Wasn't too painful. And some nice XP as well. Sorry about this Magister. Oh! Things. I really should actually have a look, because I did pick up some of this stuff actually has armor values, whereas that doesn't. What is it there? Oh, I appear to be naked now. Stained shirt has no appearance. That's rather interesting. Well, not naked. She's wearing some kind of weird bra thing. But I mean, it's looking fairly undressed. Oh well. What else is there? There's that over there. which is empty. Oh, what's that on the floor? Oh dear! I'm glad that happened to you and not me, that's all I can say. Alright, I have to get the rain out. I mean, it's pouring down, we're in the middle of the sea and the fire isn't going out. I sense a rat here. Luckily, we can do something about that. Oh, yes we can. Alright, well, I'm definitely have to wait for that to come off cooldown. I'm going to get through there. Anything else? The cooldown on this rain spell when I'm out of combat is way too long. That's a bit concerning, but it seems to be ignoring me at the moment. But I want to go and see what's on these poor unfortunates. Ah, that's the captain. Might have something nice on her. The circle it showed it was going to affect was kind of a lot larger than that, but it doesn't seem to put that fire out, but it's okay. I can reach from here without burning. It does actually seem that she kind of is avoiding the fire, which is nice, because in the previous game they would just like wander straight through it. She at least has a good sense not to... oh, nice. Good sense not to walk through stuff that's clearly going to cause damage. Not seeing anything. I'm not going to walk under that thing. That would be madness. There doesn't seem to be that much on the ship. Oh, I'll get that one. Yeah. Tentacule. Excellent. So there is a way off here. Let's go and check this out though quickly. Hello, you coming? Whoa! Hey, I was looting that. Jesus, these sea creatures, they just got no respect for people's looting.
Children and dwarfs first, just like the old stories say.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes to no avail.
Well, you're not going without me.
There were other people down there.
There are.
We need to help them.
I can't disagree, really.
It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Well, look, it doesn't look like the ship's going here. I know that the whole game is trying to push us into the fact that we're in a dire situation, but it's been floating now for the best part of 40 minutes without going down. I don't think it's in any hurry, and also it's made of wood. A lot of it's going to float anyway. The kid's right. I don't think I'm going to abuse him. He is a coward, but there we go. Let's go check down. Ah, right.
There's a ladder right over there. You can go straight down.
I certainly can.
You're going to be the death of us, you hear?
Nah, we won't. We can do this. I think we're meant to save those other people, so... Whatever this thing is not... It doesn't look like it's going to destroy everything yet. Oh, did I miss you? I think I might have done. Where's this ancient boat? Yeah, that's it. Oh, it came down from a different angle. I was confused. And now, as if by magic, everyone stood... Oh! That's quite a lot of that's rather disturbing. Let's get some rain on so we can get some... Hey, no! Oops. Get some stuns out. I did kind of cock that up a bit though, to be honest. I can't do zappy zap. Oh dear me! I can't even aim at that one now. I don't really want to zap these ones because they're kind of close. Ah, well, she stunned it for me.
I've faced worse.
Ah, well, at least it's not going to attack me. That's good. Yeah, I did find the combat was a tiny bit janky like that if you weren't careful about what you were clicking on. Right, so she's a rogue and has done for that one pretty easily. Quite sure why she's stacking up AP points like crazy, but okay, well she's pretty much killed everything. Yeah, you just buff yourself up for nothing. Now it's all been killed.
These beer
beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
Well, they're bugs, of course they ain't got beards. And he's some kind of mage? Oh, these bugs are useless, they don't seem to be able to hit anyway. Oh, I think we've got this in the bag. There's only 2 left and yeah, they're almost, despite my screw up at the beginning there. Good, good. Oh, right. Good job I cast that rain, wasn't it? Is there any combat left? 1 void hatchling. I suppose I could get the last shot in on it. Hurrah! We won! Not before I finished looting.
Away! The sea's hungry. We don't have much time.
There's that one over there. Right, well they're all heading off themselves, so that's good. I don't have to mollycoddle them. That's some lovely kind of bug flesh. More bug flesh, give me the bug flesh. Oh, that was disappoint. Where is it over here? Well, it looks like they all got themselves out nicely. Right, so that's everything looted. I did get quite a lot out of that. Let's get out of here. How did I get knocked down? It's... Oh... Oh, right, okay, I was left on the ship. Thanks, mates, after I came down to save you. As they say in the Telltale games, I shall remember this.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
Okie dokie, well that's kind of the end of the first chapter, I guess. Once this is finished loading, and to stop the stream for a bit, get myself a nice cup of coffee, take 10-20 minute break, and then we'll continue onwards. Most of today free, so it should be a pretty long stream. Keep you entertained for a while if that's your kind of thing, watching some incompetent fool like me who can't even do his first or second battle. Oh, washed. This is very similar to the first game. I think I got washed up here before. Yeah, so I'm going to take a break, have a look through all of these journal entries and stuff, and I will see you in a little while.